Now, big companies like Telecom announce partnerships with Spotify, so streaming is supposed to be the new thing. How do you see it as a musician and artist, that people can just download it?
Technology has changed so much in the last 20 years, and certainly in the last 10 years it's just become so accessible to be able to find and get whatever music you want, and then to have it immediately put onto a device to listen to. It wasn't so easy when I was a teenager, but I think there's room for everything. I think that it's very useful, but I think we're kind of losing the ability to take time to actually take something in. Technology is great when you use it, but it's not so good when it uses you.
Everybody has an iPhone. I've seen you have one too. Everybody uses apps. What about like apps like the Kraftwerk apps, where you can generate your own music? I mean, there's tons of apps. Do you use these little things to jot down ideas?
I do, and an app that I use a lot is just the voice memo on the iPhone, which I find very useful. And in fact, the recording, I quite often, if I have an idea and I have in my house, in my home in New York, I have a small setup where I have a microphone set up all the time and some speakers, and through a small PA system in a room, so that I can immediately, if I have an idea, play to some kind of melody line or some chords or something from the piano or something. I can play those down and then perform live and stick my iPhone in the background and switch it on voice memo, and I'll have a reference immediately that then immediately will be on my computer through iCloud, and I have backup of that. My engineer noticed recently, he was backing up my iPhone to save things, and he said, you have 16 hours of ideas here on your phone. And I said, oh really? I have to look back at some of those. Some of which are definitely ideas of things that developed into songs that are on this new record, and things that were in the last year that became Soul Savers songs as well.
Did you notice that using like the camera with your cell phone, that it changes the way you perceive time? You memorize things because you basically have your visual diary. I
use the camera on my phone a lot in all kinds of situations. Could be to document something that I need to remember, or pictures of friends that are going to be calling me. And also just as a library, as you say, a library of photographs and memories and short films that I now have on this small device that I can look back at any time. That's the kind of technology that I think is really sort of enhancing. And but then again, you've got to be careful with all this stuff, because you've got to remember to look up sometimes. When you're walking down the street staring at your device, or texting a friend, or opening an email, I have to take time always to remember that I've got to take a look around me, because that's where the ideas come from. They don't really come from this thing. I can use this device to help enhance ideas, but it's the world and friends and family and situations that inspire me.
In 32 years, Depeche Mode have, to my knowledge, never ever have done a big partnership with a corporation like Telecom. How come that you changed your mind? How come that it becomes a possible thing? Is it because of the difficulties with record companies, or?
We've always used technology to our advantage, and like I said earlier, as long as you don't let the technology use you. Our partnership with Telecom, for instance, enables us to, first of all, couple up with technology and modern day technology, and also at the same time to have our music heard by a larger audience quite possibly. Now, you know, times have changed in the music business. First of all, there's many ways for people to hear music. Our attention span to taking something in, I think, has become shorter. So you have to get clever and use different possibilities to introduce people to your music, and new ways to find new people to listen to your music. If you confine yourself to one area, that's all you're going to get. So using technology, actually, I think, is a great way for us to introduce people to a new music we're making.
Many people do this via Twitter. Depeche Mode have now 1.2 million, I think, followers. Lady Gaga has 30 million.
Yes.
Are you envious? Do you envy her for this amount of people?
No, it seems like a lot of hard work being Lady Gaga. I know. She can do that. She's good at doing it. You know, the outfits alone seem like to put on that kind of show every day, an exhibition. Let's see how long she can keep that up. I'm very comfortable with the way my band has grown over the years, the work that we do, our place in the music, in music. I feel that we do have a place. I feel that we've been influential over other artists and people that are like our music, and you know, you couldn't really want for anything more. We're also one of the, I think, bands that, I don't know how many more bands there will be that can sustain 30 years of a career, if you like, making music together. Because the world has changed and music has changed and the way that we listen to music has changed. So I think it's much harder for artists these days to develop something slowly and with some mystique still involved and some mystery, because everything is so instant. We want to see everything immediately. Celebrity has become, you know, more important than the content on some levels, which is kind of sad to me, but I think as well that's almost running its course. I know that my children, for instance, they're looking for content always in whatever interests them. You know, they look, my son sits there, he can be playing a video game, he has his laptop, he's watching a TV show in one corner, he's talking to some friends in another corner, he's listening to music while he's playing a video game. I mean, it's mind-boggling to me. Sometimes I come home from the studio and I'm like, what are you doing? What? You know, doing everything at the same time. I mean, it's crazy.
One of the things in this partnership is that we are doing this crowdsourced fan art exhibition. I don't know yet how it will look like, but what do you expect from involving the fans in?
I think you're going to be overwhelmed by the participation of how much our fans will participate in what you're offering them, because they like to get involved. They do get involved, and you know, at our concerts, if you've been to a Depeche Mode concert, you know that you go there. You don't go there to stand there and watch. You go there to be part of. And also, in terms of loyalty, our fans have been loyal to us, and like Daniel Miller said, loyalty breeds loyalty. We've consistently tried to make quality music and to the highest of our ability. And I think that's why we still are able to do that.